Hey everyone, this is Jen Wren Stewart. Welcome to Easy LA Food Fight Choco Wars. Before we begin our international war, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for me, and enjoy. Hello and welcome to the first in an international food fight series, a very special edition of Easy LA Candy Wars. We've got a three-way event planned here, and because the US, Australia, and Canada have different types of candies, there isn't always an analog. So I've broken this down into rounds to see which country is going to win the coveted Sugar Coma Award. Canada is in a couple extra rounds that Australia isn't, so we figured out how to make everything pretty much even. But basically, there's going to be a lot of candy eating today. Here today with me on the other side is Hot Sauce Tim, or Tim Markle of Liquid Cartoon, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
We are also co-collaborators in a recent song together. So the other reason I chose Tim is because he's an awesome musician. And so he and I teamed up together to recreate something that is pretty special. I can't wait to spring that on them. Just a little spoilers. It is a recreation of the 1982 Smarties commercial out of Canada. Just to kind of segue from there, why did we choose that? Well, at the beginning of all of this, if you've watched Easy LA, you'll see that there is this kind of thread going through there from two listeners, Graham and Faye from Canada. And they are the most amazing couple. They've been so generous. They've been sending in all these treats that we're going to be trying today. But last season, they were sending in all sorts of really fun pictures. They would set up these cool things with the Legos. And there was this Tim Hortons versus Dunkin' Donuts thing that we did. It was really, really fun. And so they came up with this idea of redoing a Smarties song. And so this really is a thank you to them and a little special treat. So that's going to be coming up later. So you excited to get going on this, Tim?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay,
Can't wait
good.
to try these.
I know. Oh, and also for our Australian candies, we had Glenn of iGear Photography send in a huge box load of candy too, as well as like a detailed list of everything that's in there and what the analog is here and everything. And it was just amazing because it made my life so much easier. So shout out to Glenn as well, who was our helper in getting all the sugar sent to the States. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So in case you're wondering, why are we trying all of these candies? Aren't all candies the same? Well, there is a reason. Graham and Faye actually let me on to a very special secret about candies in different countries. They are apparently not the same. Let's listen to what they have to say.
So one of the big differences, and this is again what every American I've talked to, right, and for what they generally like, one of the major differences between, and I've sent a few treats that are in there that clearly you have in the States, but these are Canadian-made ones. So that's one of the biggest differences. Again, Health Canada restricts the use of high fructose corn syrup. So you're going to have just regular plain old sugar for the way these are primarily made with. And they legitimately do taste it.
Oh, yeah. All right, Tim. So were you aware that other candies were different in other countries?
I think I did know that they're not as sugary as America or Americans candy.
They
But
taste different. And now I've never tried Canadian or Australian candy. I had some from England, and I remember specifically thinking, this tastes different. And it doesn't make my throat scratchy because
oh,
there's
really?
something about the chocolate here when they add the corn syrup. The corn syrup makes my throat scratchy. So have you tried anything from Canada or Australia yet?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think I've tried any of. Well, there's a few of these that I have tried, but yeah, I don't.
oh,
I don't believe so.
okay. Well, I'm hoping there's a lot of new ones for you so that we can
Yeah,
see.
hmm
I
there
just
will be.
noticed you had a lurker in your window over there.
Really?
Welcome to the food fight. It's our audience. They're breaking in and they want to see they want to see it. That's hilarious. Okay, so anyways, we have got a lot of chocolate to try here. So we've got this broken down into rounds. And I want to explain how this is going to work because not only do we have the food fight, which is I've got this structured and ready to go into rounds, but we're also going to be testing you, Tim. So what we're going to be doing is asking you a series of questions. There are 10 questions. And if you get 5 of them correct, then you are the winner of the day. You're just a winner. But if you get it wrong, there is a penalty. And I put it in a little bag. Do you happen to have a little bag that I dropped off?
I do.
Okay, so there's a mystery item in there you've got to eat if you can't get 5 of those right. So basically, get them right.
All right, I'm gonna try my best.
Or possibly suffer. And also, you gave me a total mystery thing this morning. You gave me something in this envelope that I don't know what it is, and we're going to try it at the end. And apparently
Awesome.
it's very weird, but you said it was organic in nature.
It is. It's interesting, to say the
Okay.
least.
I'm super excited. So we've got mystery envelope at the end. I'm looking forward to this for sure. Okay, so back to our challenge. Like I said, there's going to be some rounds. In fact, there's going to be 7 rounds with chocolate analogs from the US, Australia, and Canada. Australia will get a bonus point, actually. So it's going to get double points on the Tim Tam Slam round. Now, the reason is because Australia did not send as much candy. So when I was matching them up, the only way I could make it a fair fight was to give them double points on the Tim Tam round. And I'd say that if they're anything like what I've heard, they may be worth double the points. So that's going to be interesting. If you've never heard of Tim Tams, definitely stick around for the Tim Tam Slam. So what we're going to do is we're going to try out one of the questions just to see right before we do our first taste test. So the theme for today is going to be candy taglines. So I'm going to tell you the tagline. You say the name of the candy. Here we go. This
All right.
candy's tagline is that it satisfies. What candy is it?
It satisfies.
Yes, this candy satisfies.
I can't think of it, so I'm gonna guess Rolo.
Whoa, I'm so sorry. Nope, it is Snickers. Snickers satisfies. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's their slogan.
It's one of them. So apparently they did not do their job in their commercials. That's what I'm going to say about that. All right, round 1. Here we go. We've got from Canada, Coffee Crisp, and from the US, Kit Kat. This is the closest thing we have. Coffee Crisp looks like this. Ooh. And we all know in the US what Kit Kat looks like for those of you abroad. Kit Kat. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to try the Canadian one first. Now, both of us get a point. So you and I both have our own points. So this is, we don't have to agree, in other words. So
Okay.
let's go ahead and get in
Hopefully,
this.
me crunching into the microphone's not too
Yeah,
annoying. Or
for those
gross,
of you
but
who like the sound of that. Hi, I'm opening a package. Couple
ASMR
people-
edition.
Right. Couple people like that. And if you're like me, I can't stand it. It gives me like the heebie-jeebies. I don't know what else to call that. All right, here we go. So Coffee Crisp.
Yep.
I'd say Kit Kat is a good analog for it.
Yeah, they're
Got
pretty close.
wafers. Got wafers in it. It feels or tastes like it's malt flavored.
Almost has some coffee flavor to it.
Yeah, a really
Obviously
light, like light
Thicker than a
mocha.
Kit Kat.
I
Yeah.
want to try the Kit Kat now. Go ahead. It's got a darker chocolate to it. It's not dark chocolate, but it's definitely more of like a milk chocolate. Whereas the Coffee Crisp tastes more like you said, kind of like mocha. I'm gonna try it again.
I feel like the Kit Kat, it is thicker chocolate.
Okay, I'm kind of surprised on this one, which way I voted. But last night when I was doing crafting, Tim laughed at me when I brought these over. I have like flags for each one of the candies, so you could like hold up which one you voted for. What did you vote for this round? That's what everyone wants to know.
Well, I voted for Canada, actually. I really like that. That was good.
Wow. Okay, one for Canada.
Sorry, I'm a Canadian.
And you're going to be shocked on this one. Here's my vote. Can you see?
Yeah.
I went
I'm a
with
big
the
fan of
US.
Kit Kats.
I'm not a huge fan, but I actually preferred it because of the chocolate being just a little more deep taste than the Coffee Crisp. So, sorry,
Okay.
Canada. Sorry. All right, so we got one for the Canada.
I'll probably also get some crap for how I took a bite out of 2 Kit Kats at the same time instead of breaking it into a single piece. But
It's too much Kit Kat at once. Can't be done. All right, So we've got our second round, but before we do, we've got another question for you, and that is, which candy makes mouths happy?
Makes mouths happy.
Which candy makes mouths happy?
I'm gonna be wrong on this, I'm sure. Jolly Rancher.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tim. It is Twizzlers.
Okay, yeah.
Twizzlers makes mouth happy. They would like, I don't know if you remember the commercials, but they would dangle them in front of the people,
Yeah.
and then they would be like serious, and then all of a sudden like Ronda Rousey would smile, or whoever it is. Yeah, it was tough. She's so tough. All right, so that oh gosh, you're gonna be eating what's in that bag if you keep going like this. All right, we've got another round. We have Crispy Crunch from Canada, and from the US we have Heath Bar. So we've got Crispy Crunch, which looks like this. Not bad. And we've got the Heath Bar. Looks like that. You ready? Let's go. Okay, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that one's
Wow.
that kind of tastes like, have you ever had a Choco stick?
I have.
Tastes like a chocolate covered Choco stick almost.
It does. Okay. And Chico Stick is like a, I guess,
Almost like Butterfinger.
It is. It's like peanut butter and Butterfinger put together. So this one, I don't know if you can see, but it's got like a little tunnel in there with the peanut butter, and it made it really, really yummy. And I'm pretty.
Mine's got that too.
I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty darn excited. All right, so we've got a Heath Bar now. Let's go ahead and open that up. Let's give them that ASMR. I always get it wrong, and I say like BDSM. That's not the same, right?
It's just slightly different.
Oh. That's a topic for another episode. Oh, sorry. I was just about to eat it. I got so excited. I'm like, It doesn't have the peanut butter in the center, but the toffee in the center is also not too hard, so it's pretty easy to crunch through it.
Yeah, it's super crunchy, like doesn't get stuck in your teeth.
Right. And that's something to think about.
Yeah, it's almost a deal breaker when you bite into it. It can taste super good, but it's getting stuck in your teeth.
I'm going to take another bite just because I'm intrigued by this.
Yeah, actually, it's really good.
I'm telling you, this one's tough. Do you know which way you're going?
I do, yeah.
Let me go get my flags. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. You go first. Oh, one for America.
Yeah.
And
Short. All right.
for Canada. All right. I just thought the peanut butter in the center made me super happy. So.
Yeah.
But I gotta say,
don't get me wrong. That was really
close.
tasty.
That was really close though for me. All right. So you went USA and I went Canada. I'm keeping tabs on this because this is for real and there's some stakes involved. So let's go ahead and move on. I'm starting to feel the sugar buzz. I don't know about you. This is good stuff, though, Tim. All right. So before we move on to our next round, which is round 3, we've got another thing for you. And that is, name this tagline, 2 for me, none for you.
Twix.
Oh, very good. Good job.
Finally.
All right. Finally. Yeah, right? I was starting to get worried for you. And I got to say, Twix is one of my favorites. Snickers and Twix are both like, that's when I went, trick-or-treating. Those are the ones I would hoard and not give to anyone else. You can have anything else, just not those. All right, so Tim did well on that. Good. He's on his way to not having to eat what's in the mystery bag. Round 3, from Canada, we have caramilk. And from America, we've got the Rolo. So we've got caramilk versus the Rolo. See what happens. We should definitely give him the benefit of all that wonderful sound. Okay, you ready for this? I'm going Canada first.
All right, me too.
Wow.
That is good.
That is really good. The inside is liquefied and
This one reminds me, have you ever had a caramello?
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, very similar,
Yeah.
I think.
Do you say caramel or caramel?
Um, Caramel, I guess.
Caramel, caramel. I think I say caramel mostly. So is this caramilk or caramilk? We may never know. Can
Caramel.
let us know in the comments if you have a preference for that. I had another one. It's just so good.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Mm.
I think if I remember, Rolo's the caramel inside's a little thicker, more chewier.
That's what I'm kind of foreseeing as well, is that it stands up to heat a little bit better. It's more solid.
Mhm.
And it's probably going to stick in our teeth. But let's find out. It's been a while since I've had one of these bad boys. So Rolo. I might have to put music over that section because no one wants to hear us chewing.
Yeah. I can hear it in my mouth. There's no way they're not going
It's
to.
so loud. My apologies about the excessive sound.
Yeah, that sticks to the roof of your mouth right there.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna. Well, I won't say any more until I show you which one won in my view. And do you have your correct flag? You got it ready to go?
I do. What were the? Give me the countries again.
Wow. You know what? Maybe next time I won't make them for you. If you're not gonna use the props,
Oh no. Okay, I got
I'll give them to a deserving rock star
it.
instead that will use them.
I got it.
Okay. So, what saith you in round 3?
I like this one.
From a
Ah,
Canadian
me
egg.
too.
Yeah,
Go
that was awesome.
Canada. All right.
I would eat one of those every day.
I would too. And it was the texture of it, the softness and the gooiness. It just melted in my mouth. So sorry, Rolo. The other thing too is that sugar really did make a difference in that one. I think it's because
totally.
it was the caramel on the inside didn't have that fructose taste to it.
Yeah.
And it was very nice. Very nice. All right. Good job, Canada. But it's not over yet. In fact, we've got another question for you. Here is your next tagline. Taste the rainbow.
Skittles.
Ah, you got it. Good job. Good job. So you're 2 and 2. You're half and half. For those of you who are keeping score, not too bad. And we're actually on to our next round. And this one, finally, we've got the Australians in the round. So here we go. We've got from Canada, Wunderbar. Here's our wunderbar. We have got from the U.S. Butterfinger. Mentioned that before. And from the land down under, where is mine hiding? Here it is. It is called Violet Crumble. So we've got a 3-way here in the candy realm. So let's go ahead and go in order that we did before. Why not? Let's go Canada first. So we've got the Wunderbar. I have no idea what this tastes like. Obviously, there's got to be some similarity to a Butterfinger, but I'm not sure.
I'm not thinking that. As soon as I open it, mine's all sticking because of caramel.
Oh, this may be quite different then. Okay. Maybe I got it wrong. Let's find out. Ready?
Yep.
All right. Manja. Mmm. That's unexpected. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking that it was going to be caramel type, like chewy, and then it had this crunch in it. Oh, I
It's
like that
like
crunch.
that was like a combination of a Rolo and a what was the second one or first one we had?
This is like a Rolo and a, not a Kit Kat, but the Coffee Crisp. No, Crispy Crunch.
Yeah.
Crispy Crunch. Sorry. We're getting them all mixed up. We're in just like a sugar blizzard. I can't see through it. All right, let's go ahead and try out the good old Butterfinger from America. You know what? Some people love it. Some people hate it.
Really?
There's not a candy that I don't like.
I don't want to know that person.
Oh, thank God, I made the list. Okay, let's try this out. So, Butterfinger time. Ready? Did you already eat it? You.
Sorry. I got excited.
You did.
I do like the Butterfinger.
Rip right through it.
You ever get a Butterfinger and it's like maybe too close to the expiration date and the inside isn't flaky? It's just super, I don't know.
Pure sadness.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty much as I remember it, so that wasn't hard. But this is something new, and I'm very, very curious about this because I've heard about a violet crumble from Australia, and I keep wondering, is it purple? Is it purple tasting? I have a lot of questions.
Have you ever had honeycomb, chocolate covered honeycomb?
I think I did like at a fair or some type of a like little old timey shop where it was hand done
Okay.
at
I have
home.
made honeycomb at home.
You have?
It's
Have
yeah.
have you ever tried putting hot chilies in it?
No, it's been a while since I made it.
Can we try that? That'd be fun.
Yeah, give it a
I
shot.
like, well, I like, when they have a Mayan chocolates and things like that where you do, hot and a little bit of cinnamon in there and then you've got the
Hmm.
chocolate. Oh, that's good. Okay, back to, sorry. I don't know, I'm getting hungrier as we're eating. It should be going the other direction. But here we go. Violet crunch? No, violet crumble.
Yeah, it's a lot like honeycomb.
Mm-hmm. That's really fun. Okay,
Yeah, it's good.
here's what I'm noticing. There's a very different taste to it that I don't recognize. It may not be like a very American taste. I'm not saying like it's Vegemite, but you know what I mean? Along the lines of this is not something we've grown up eating. It's like we eat a
Hmm.
lot of avocados over here. So we're used to avocado taste like nobody's business. But when I took a bite, there was a kind of aromatic that was released. And I
Hmm.
can't quite. Is it marjoram or what's the one? I'm not going to stop and look that one up.
Cardamom?
Cardamom. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, cardamom. I think that's the taste I'm tasting. I've cooked with it once when I was making like plum tartlets.
When I
But
make this at
it's
home,
good.
you have to mix vinegar and baking soda. So sometimes the baking soda and vinegar may give it a kind of, I don't know how they make this, but I assume to get it kind of airy like that, it's probably one of those reactions. Maybe
Take
that's
a
what you're
smell.
tasting.
Take a sniff of it.
Yeah, it's like cooked sugar, kind of a cooked sugar smell.
The little bit of the caramelized sugar, maybe. I
Hmm.
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm definitely smelling something, and I can't find it on there. I don't see anything that's out of the ordinary in the ingredient list right now. Anyways, you just go. You let me know if you know what it is that makes it different. Definitely has a different taste, and I'm not saying it's bad different. It's just different. Not expected for sure. Okay, that was great. So we had a three-way there between US, Canada, and Australia. I am dying to know what you think. This one actually took a little bit of thought. While I was sitting there gabbing with you, I was like, wow, this one's tough. I think I know which one I'm going to go for, but each one was slightly different where they all were good on their own, but there's a clear winner for me. What'd you get?
Well, I do love Butterfingers. The problem with Butterfingers is it's 50% of the time I get one that it's it's not the right consistency on the inside. So I'm gonna go with violet crumble. I've never had one this bad.
Wow. Congratulations, Australia. Finally up on the board. Good job. And I am going with, kind of surprisingly,
Sorry, I'm a Canadian. Hey.
Canada.
Oh,
All right.
awesome.
So, and
Wunderbar.
the reason I went with the wunderbar is the texture I liked. I like it had a couple different things going for it. I the Butterfinger's good, but it's a little too homogenized for me. It's just the same throughout. And it was close second for the Violet Crumble because it's different. And I loved the texture of the inside and that kind of strange, I don't know. I was like intrigued by the strange taste.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right, so we have another question for you, Tim, of course, because we had another round. So now it's time for you to do some work. What is this tagline for? Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you...
Nutrageous.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Because Almond Joy's got nuts, mounds don't. Do you remember that one?
I don't.
Yeah, okay. I just said
I'm not
it
a fan of
horribly.
coconut. I always remember my grandma having
Oh,
those, and I
okay.
was don't want them.
You weren't into the coconut. Okay,
No.
I adore both of these. So excuse me, Mounds and Almond Joy. It's kind of a trick question because there's two, but I would have accepted either one of them. However, the one you said does not qualify. So sorry. You've still got time though, and that's okay. So our next round, we are up to round 5, and we've got from the U.S. Trader Joe's has an Aussie style chocolate cream sandwich cookie. And from Australia, we have the legendary Tim Tams. Now for this one, what we're going to end up doing is actually cutting to us a minute in the future because we have to heat up a drink for this. Now the thing with Tim Tams, if you've never heard of them, is there's a special way you eat them, and it's called a Tim Tam Slam. So we have to actually go through this procedure and use them like a straw in order to get the full effect. And I am so excited because I've heard from people that it is like the most amazing experience ever. So allow us to put you on hold. All right, and we're back. We are ready with hot beverages. I have a coffee. Are you going coffee or tea?
Going coffee.
Okay, good. Okay, so now the Tim Tam Slam is a very specific thing. You got to do it in the right order. And what it involves is biting off the corners. So you bite off like this corner and this diagonal corner, and then you use it like a straw so that the hot liquid goes in there and liquefies the center, and then you just turn it around and shove the whole thing in your mouth. Okay, here we go. Ready? I'm going to do it.
Yep. That was awesome. That was so good.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my.
Wow.
I gotta get like clean up over here because oh my gosh.
That was very good.
You know what that's like? That's like eating brownie batter.
Mm-hmm.
Or like if you're like me, I like to take the brownies out before they're actually done. And they're not quite cooked. And you just eat that like nice and hot. Oh my God, that was amazing. So
that was great.
Australia, you have blown my mind. You holy hamburger. That was amazing. Okay. So now I'm very curious, and I'm going to sneeze because that's what I do every time I'm curious. I'm curious if the U.S. was able to approximate that. So here we go. I mean, they look exactly alike, so that's kind of interesting. But immediately I can tell it's not melting in my hand as quick as the other one. So I'm wondering if the liquid will do the same thing in there.
It's pretty melty because it's pretty hot down here.
We are in Southern California, and it is a hot, hot day. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. Lord,
So that one,
I don't want to spit take my. Did you catch that cute little Slurpee sound?
I
that
didn't.
You made on your... Okay, I'm making that into a sound drop. That was amazing.
That one seemed like it was easier to get airflow through the cookie, but the coffee stopped halfway through, so it was only kind of soggy halfway, and then crispy the rest of the way. But that was really good still.
When I did the Tim Tam, I felt like the liquid went in there and just immediately liquefied everything. And so when I turned it around and ate it, it was just all melty and amazing. And the American one just seemed to take a little bit longer. So there's still some more crunchy in there. Plus, you distracted me with your funny Slurpee noise. So there was that. Have you tallied your scores from mouthfeel and taste and effervescence or whatever categories you have there? Do you have
the bouquet of the American one was very floral.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there was a clear winner with that one.
Indeed. Okay. Yeah. Do you have the same one as me? Let's see. Flags out.
Probably, yeah.
Yay!
Rocky.
Yeah, they know what they're doing down there.
That's a lot of points there. Could be anyone's game at this time. But let's check in with Tim and his little game. So we've got another question for you. What is this tagline associated with? Double your pleasure, double your fun.
I know it's a gum.
Okay.
Is it? God, I'm so bad with names.
This works
double
right then.
Double bubble? Is
You're
double
close.
bubble a brand?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, double is part of it. Double your pleasure, double your fun is double mint gum.
Okay. I'm
And
not going to take that one.
that is kind of an old school one, probably before your time. When I was growing up, when I was really young, gum was a real big thing. I guess maybe people had really rank breath and they decided that it needed to be solved by gum. So just gum chewing was a really big thing. I feel like it's rare when I see someone chewing gum now.
Yeah.
I have one more question for you to get us shored up. What candy is the fresh maker?
Mentos.
Oh, good job. Excellent work there. So we've got round 6 now. We are getting down towards the end and finding out who the actual winner is in the International Chocolate War of 2021, I guess. But I'm interested to see here. This is the US versus Australia. And this is one case where we have exactly the same thing up to bat. And so I'm kind of like, is there any difference? Seriously. So what we're doing right now is we're going to try a US Toblerone versus an Australian made Toblerone and see if there's an actual discernible difference.
Should I eat mine with the foil on, or?
Yeah, definitely. I hear that's good, especially if you have fillings. Just stick a nice piece of foil in there and see what happens. Okay, let's go, America. Ready?
Yes.
USA. USA. Okay, here we go. Now let's try the Aussie version here.
There's a lot of chocolate.
There's so much chocolate. So much chocolate.
I think the second one has, I feel like it's bigger chunks of the toffee and the nuts inside.
All right, I'm going a second time. Okay. Now I taste it. And it's not the chunks in it. It's the creaminess factor on the chocolate.
Okay.
And that could just be age of chocolate. Who knows how long that Toblerone was sitting on the shelf. If it was in my house, not long. Okay. All right, I've got a winner. Do you as well?
I think I do.
Do you have a flag?
Oh, I probably shouldn't have raised it up.
That's okay. I've got mine.
Okay.
Woohoo! All right,
Awesome.
one for each. So we got one American, one Americano, and one Australian. Ooh, we're getting down to the end here, kiddo.
I'm gonna take off my sweater because it is increasingly getting hotter and hotter with the window shut.
Right, and we promised our viewers that with every round you would take off an article of clothing. So per contract, you're a little behind.
Starting
right.
with the sweater.
Starting-
One second.
That's why he's wearing a hat, by the way. He's just got a lot of extra things on today. 2 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of shoes. I don't know how he did it. All right, so Tim is back. He's ready to go. It is getting hot and sunny California. Soon we're going to be covered in sweat and chocolate. So hang on to your biscuits. Let's get going with the next question here. How many licks does it take to get to the center of this candy?
Tootsie Pop.
What? How did you know that?
Is it a Tootsie Roll?
It's a Tootsie Pop. You were right.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Don't play coy with me. All right. That's a good job. And that means that I think you are tied up right now.
All tied up, yeah.
Yeah, you're all tied up. So it's could really go either way. All right. And we've got one last candy to try. And it is called Smarties. So round 7 is Smarties. Now, if you don't know anything about Smarties, I'm going to give you a little bit of an education because if you're from America, Smarties means something different. You think of the tube of the little wafers, and they were a mainstay in Halloween. Actually, I really love them. They have kind of mint colored, sugar wafers.
Kind of tart. Yeah.
A little tart, yeah, but not too tart. They're really good. It is not the same everywhere else. In fact, you may want to think of them as M&ms. Any guesses, though, what the original name for Smarties was, Tim?
No guess.
No? You don't want to make like an Eddie-style guess on what they called it?
Swazwazla.
Yes, Swazwazla. Very good. Just rolled off the tongue. No, they were called chocolate beans.
Mm,
I'm not joking.
I
Chocolate
bet those were
beans.
flying off the shelves.
Yeah, right. So maybe also not a good idea, but they were launched in 1937. So they've been around for a while. And with a name like that, they had to be renamed. But they were renamed Smarties and packed in the famous tube 1 year later. So they come kind of in a very tube like structure. And they had 8 original colors. And this is very non American. Listen to the. Okay, so red, yellow, orange, green, mauve, pink, light brown, and brown. And it remained the same until the replacement of the light brown by blue Smarties following a successful promotion in 1989. Before 1958, the dark brown Smarties had a plain chocolate center, and the light brown one tasted like coffee. So they had kind of a different thing. They reformulated it, but I just love the fact they have a mauve one. That's so kind
I
of
don't even
unique.
know. I've never heard that word before.
You don't know mauve?
Never heard
It's
that.
it's kind of like a lavender salmon color,
Okay.
I'd say.
Okay.
That would be my best.
I think I
That.
see it right here, actually.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Pinkish of some sort. Pinkish. It reminds me of Golden Girls. Did you ever watch that show, or at least in reruns? I love watching the reruns of Golden Girls. And
Never
they
watched
have
it.
there's a lot of mauve in that if you want to see mauve. Now, as I had mentioned before, we had this fun little side project. Tim and I decided to redo a 1982 commercial about Smarties. We picked the one we felt was really cheesy. I mean, it was totally of the time. I'm sure it was the thing at the time, and it was really awesome. And so we also decided to put a twist on it. Now, there's going to be 2 versions of this. So if you go to the link that you see right now, you can go to Tim's YouTube channel and see the recreation of the song against the original picture. So we basically recreated it in a pop punk sensibility, and you can play it, and it's really fun because it actually matches up really great. However, I wanted for my channel to do one that's half in French. And so, in order to do that, I created alternative lyrics for the second part of the song. And then I enlisted Paul Branchot, who's in Canada. He's one of the other Garmy listeners. And if you don't know what the Garmy is, it's the name for the people who watch the Ralph Report on Patreon. And so, all of us kind of know each other through that. And I asked him, hey, does this work? And first off, he asked me, are you saying what I think you're trying to say? And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like a cheeky taunt between those who speak French and those who don't. And it's so if you speak French, you'll get the inside joke in there. If you don't speak French, then you'll just think, oh, nice song. Anyway, so without further ado, and this is the first time Tim has seen it to picture, so this is going to be very interesting to see his reaction when we get back. Here is the new revised Smarties.
I love it.
So, yeah, I'm curious, when you were figuring out the tempo of that, had you any idea like that it would match so well with the original commercial?
I actually just try to get the tempo as on point with the commercial as possible when I did it.
So you matched the tempo. Okay, I thought
Mhm.
that you just picked one that you felt good, but you can tell because like the twin girls dance along at the right time. And there's so much that works with that it's really funny. So I enjoy that. Thank you so much. That was an awesome job that you did on all of that. And I
Thank you.
especially love your guitar work in that.
I appreciate it. I watched that video literally probably 75 times while I was figuring out each part. So seeing it with the music over it, that was a real treat.
Oh, good. Yeah. What was the hardest part about that when you're recreating it?
That was probably just trying to figure out what part to start learning first was the hardest.
Right, because it's not something we grew up with, so it wasn't in our DNA. It didn't come really quick.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So Canadians and other people across the world who enjoy Smarties, I hope you enjoy that. And those who speak French, let me know if I butchered it. I'm so sorry. It's me speaking French, and I'm still learning. I want to be fluent someday, and I'm very much still towards the beginning of that journey. So I apologize if I did a bad job. If I did a good job, though, let me know in the comments. I could use all the positive reinforcement I can get. All right, back to Smarties and their awesomeness. So first things I noticed, though, is that the colors are way different than what we have in America. So they've got this like lavender color and the mauve, which really doesn't look mauve. It looks just straight up pink. That's bubblegum pink, or Pepto-Bismol pink is what I would call it, or Barbie's first Corvette pink. Mauve is just a pretty word. Okay, and then I'm going to open up the bag of M&Ms so I can try them really side by side. Going with an orange one. And
I like the mini M&Ms.
I love the mini M&Ms too, because is it the ratio? Or
yeah,
what?
That's probably it, actually.
Okay, yeah, just having more surface area or is it less surface area? More candy coating? I don't know. They're crunchy?
I don't want to think about it.
Don't think about it, just enjoy it. Okay, thank you. I'm going to stop overanalyzing it. It's not what people want. They just want to know. Are they better? They worse? What is it? Okay, here we go. Ready? We're going to do Canadian first.
Canadian, yeah.
If you're Canadian, ready.
First thing I noticed is they are slightly bigger than the M&Ms.
And they're not shiny. So shiny coating, kind of more dull coating. And the colors are lighter. They don't seem so fluorescent and intense and saturated. All right, ready?
Yep.
All right, do it.
It's got a almost thicker candy coating than.
Exactly what I was going to say. That's way thicker. Let's go M&M.
Right.
Wow, this really points out weird differences that I would never have thought of. So you're right. Candy coating, thinner. But what about the chocolate taste?
I think it's definitely more chocolatey for sure.
So, all right. Now we're going to go with Australia, and then I might have to do Canada, Australia after it, because I have to A-B them. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Going in. Do you have your answer? Do you want to grab your?
I think I do.
Grab your flag of choice. Ready? 1.
I'm ready.
2, 3. Sorry, Canadians, and sorry, Australians.
I think I'm just used to M&Ms.
And it was just I don't know. Maybe it was a familiarity thing. I'm not sure, but I'm going with M&Ms just on that one. So we've got a second to last question for you, Tim, and it is, can you guess this tagline? Get the sensation.
Take 5 gum.
That is wrong. And you lose. No, that one you got wrong. Okay, so it actually was York peppermint patty, and they had all these commercials where they would take a bite, and then all of a sudden their eyes would you'd think something much more miraculous just happened. Wink, wink. So, okay, here's the thing. You may be tied up here in a moment. We might have to go to a tiebreaker situation. I am going to ask you one last question. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I need to get this right. Otherwise, I got to eat whatever's in that bag.
Okay.
All right.
And this one's kind of hard, so good luck with it. Drum roll, please. Okay. What candy is the Great American Chocolate Bar?
Hershey's.
Oh, good
Oh.
job, Tim. Excellent work. Very nice. Now, what that did for you is it allowed you to tie it up. So now you have a tiebreaker question. This is something you would know if you've read the book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or watched the movie, Willy Wonka. But here's the question. What is the name of the character who plays the main antagonist? In other words, the villain in the movie or the book.
That
Last name's fine too.
I feel like I may not even know the guy's name from the character's name. Cogsworth, right? Some is that who you're talking about?
I can't tell you. I want to make
Okay,
you eat
okay.
what's in that bag, so I don't know.
Well, I feel like Willy Wonka's the antagonist. Gene
Oh,
Wilder.
okay. Let me be specific. Okay. The person who is the villain against Willy Wonka, who's
Okay.
who is attempting to steal the secrets of Willy Wonka and is trying to get in with the kids so that he can get that gobstopper and, reverse engineer it.
Okay.
So
And
I can give you all that. Yeah.
you don't want the actor's name.
No,
Oh,
character.
okay.
Unless
God,
I'd be really impressed if you knew the actor's name.
no, yeah, definitely wouldn't. I'm pretty sure that guy was only in that movie. At least that's the only movie I've seen him in.
He probably begs to differ, but yeah.
Man, I want to say Cogsworth, but I think Cogsworth is from something else, but I'm going with it.
And you are almost right.
Oh.
So sorry. It is Arthur Slugsworth.
Slugsworth.
Now, you were probably
Fudge.
thinking of Cogs from the Jetsons. There was Cogswell Cogs was the name of one of the companies, and what was it, Sprocket? Spacely Sprockets. So I think that's what you were thinking. But Slugsworth, oh, I'm so sorry. You do know what that means, though, right?
I think I do.
Okay. So, Tim, before we go to the final winner of the International Choco War of 2021, you're going to eat what's in that box. Are you ready to see what's in it?
Oh, it is a pepper.
I thought it was fitting. It's not really that bad. It is only a jalapeno, and it's from my garden, so I clipped that off this morning and put it in there for you. I thought since you make hot sauce, this may be on the gentler side, so it's not that bad. All right, well, this is just an innocuous little chili, so let's go ahead and see it happen. Tim is now eating it like he's normal, kind of. No,
No, there's some heat. I have a feeling this is going to start building.
wow, eating it just like an apple, just chomping down on it. Excellent work. You did it while talking to me the whole time. So you should be on Hot Ones. You should definitely ditch this show and just go to Hot Ones.
Hot Ones, if you're watching, have me on.
Right. And please, I just want to be in the audience. I just want to see it. Just be around it. All right. So you did very well. Congratulations. You took your lumps and you ate them. I love it. So without further ado, USA had 5 points. Canada had 5 points. So USA and Canada tied. That is a shocker. But the person that shocked me the most with 6 points is Australia. Congratulations, Australia. Your chocolate down under apparently is making us happy. And I want to thank everyone, though, from both Canada and Australia for sending all of your amazing goodies. We love you all. Keep sending them. We'll try more. We're up for rounds 8 through 80. So thank you so much for that. We love you all. And, we've got something left. We do have a bonus here. So we're not all done. We have some type of mystery item to open up in this envelope. It's actually got an ant attached to it. I don't know if that was part of it, but I'm not eating it. Not even with chocolate. Okay. So I've opened up this, and what is this?
That is called a Szechuan button or a buzz button.
What?
It's not hot, and you're not going to start tripping, or you're not going to feel crazy high or anything like that. Tell me when something starts happening.
Oh, it's happening. Oh, it's happening. So my tongue is like buzzing.
Uh-huh. Like little tiny bubbles popping all in.
It's like it's buzzing, and it's super bitter. Like
Sour.
super sour. Like the sourest thing I've ever had in my whole life. That is the most intense taste I've ever had. And then, like you said, like little, like it's almost like there's things dancing on my tongue, like little,
Like microscopic needles all in your mouth.
And I can still feel them doing it, even on the roof of my mouth.
Yeah, that's mainly where I'm feeling it still.
Wow.
A palate destroyer.
A palate destroyer of all sorts. Well, wow. Thank you, Tim. This has been so much fun trying out all of this chocolate with you from everywhere, and also working on the project, making music with you. But I want to know, where should we find you?
My Instagram account would be the best place to follow me. I usually post, everything's public there. So if you want to check out the hot sauce, go to Liquid Cartoon or liquidcartoonsauces.com, either one. And or send me an email, tim@liquidcartoon.com.
Yeah, and the sauces are amazing. We did a little taste test last time on, I think it was episode 3 of Easy LA, and that was a ton of fun. We're going to do more as you come out with more sauces, because I love those. Those are fun and painful sometimes, but mostly fun. All right, kiddos, it's time for us to take off, but please do stick around when Easy LA comes back with season 2. I hope to see you around there. Like, subscribe, and do that whole notification thingy, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.